You're now listening to Mooncakes.
All right, episode 10. Yes.
Yes! I know that was like a delayed yeah.
I know. I'm like, did I butcher that too in Spanish?
No, you got it perfectly down. No, it was just being
Episode 10. That feels good. 10.
really
All
good.
right. Yeah. It's,
especially when you're not like forcing it.
Mhm.
I mean, we do, show up on time and make an appointment. Today was like a little bit, we were a little bit late on making the appointment, but we did it fine.
No, I mean,
it was nice.
Yeah, no, I mean, I always just assume like, oh, it's Wednesday.
It's definitely on Wednesday.
Yeah, definitely Wednesday, and and sure enough, you're just like, hey, coming in at 4.
Do you always wake up at 8?
Depends. My alarm goes off at 7:30, but do I wake up at 7:30? Is that kind of lame? In bed
No,
a
you
little
just
bit?
go. I know it's 7:30.
I know it's 7:30, but yeah, when you texted, I was awake. So
Okay, good. Because I was like, oh, she's up.
yeah.
Cool. I don't always I try to wake up. They say it's like really good to wake up at the same time, go to bed at the same time, and wake up at the same time. But I have tried for years. I cannot do that. It'll go on for like maybe a couple weeks. I'll get it down, and then it'll just break.
It's
Yeah.
hard. It's hard. It's just to maintain a consistent sleep cycle.
Yeah, especially when you're in the groove and you're working. Like, I don't know, for some reason at nighttime. I don't know. Do you feel like you're more creative is nighttime or daytime?
I'm a nocturnal person. I definitely am more awake at
Yes,
night.
you are, Debbie. Remember you had weird schedules in middle school? Like,
I would sleep all day and then
day.
just stay up all night.
because when you come back from school, you're just like,
Yeah.
I can't go on.
Well, that's why my nickname was Hamster, like Hammie.
Yeah.
Hammie, because I was like a hamster. I sleep in the daytime, but at night I'd be
Yes.
wide awake.
You would wake up at 1 a.m.?
I know. I would just nap, and then I would wake up like at 8 p.m., 9 p.m.
No, I remember.
And then I would just stay awake till like, till 2 or whatever. It was not a good habit, but
Actually, I heard taking naps is good for you.
when does it become from a nap to you just full on sleep? Because anything past like, I would nap hard, like for a long time.
remember
that would be like sleeping.
Remember when your mom was like, Debbie, sleep hard?
Debbie,
And
sleep
you ripped all your sheets, like it looked like
maybe it was my toenails. Maybe that.
no way. Your toenails could not have been that long. But I just remember like you're telling me you're like, oh yeah, like my mom said I slept hard. And we came back here and then you showed me your sheets, like your bed cover. It was all like slashed.
Gee, slash.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then your mom was like, we need to get new sheets. We need to get because Debbie sleeps hard. Like what? Do you feel like you move around a lot when you sleep?
No, I don't. I really don't. I don't think I do.
What are you doing?
No, this when you said sleep hard, it just reminds me of like me and my sister Donna. We were like taking a napping really hard, and we just came back hanging out with our good friend that like lived down the block. And this is when we were really young. We were like younger too.
Elementary.
I want to say it was middle school. I want to say it was middle school. I think we were friends with you at that point. I don't know. But tell me if you got a phone call from my mom, but frantically trying to find us. She like could not find us, and she was like calling.
I think I do remember.
She called all our friends. She thought we were missing, and she was about to call the police. Everything.
Oh man, I got
serious.
serious.
I just remember waking up from a nap with Donna, and we just wake up and like I just hear my mom and my dad's voice like really frantic and like, oh my gosh, where are they? And in Chinese and everything. And then we just like open the door slowly, and we're like, hello.
Yeah.
And then mom, dad, my dad just looks directly at us like, Annie, you didn't look in the room.
Oh my god.
She never checked the room to see if we were sleeping in our room. she just like called our names and we didn't answer. So she just assumed that we weren't home and that she never checked the bedroom.
I think I do remember
It
was a big fuss.
We're taking a nap.
Yeah, because your mom never calls.
No.
She never calls.
So, and then, our friend that we just hung out with, she was like all worried. They just hung out with me. Oh no, that's like the last time I'm ever going to see Debbie and Donna. And she's like, really like worried.
Oh my goodness, you were at home.
Just napping really hard.
That's hilarious.
So yeah, napping so hard.
Oh my God. It's so funny, man.
Yeah, good times. It was not good times for my mom, but it was just funny that she just didn't check their bedroom.
That didn't happen often. That's why it was funny. Because usually you guys are very good at checking in.
Yes.
You're just like, oh, I gotta check in, and you guys had each other, so you guys like hit each other on check.
Yeah. We're really good about checking in because when we were younger, we played. I'll never forget. We played with the neighborhood kids. Mm-hmm. And we're just running barefoot. This is the time when me and Dawn would run barefoot, but the neighborhood kids never did. They just thought we were animals. Maybe the parents thought we were just like, no. Like the white parents.
Did you like to run on grass?
Yeah, grass.
Oh,
and we
that's
just
actually, it's good for you.
But we just run barefoot, man. It's kind of dangerous.
It is dangerous.
But then eventually I think we put on shoes. But this one time I think I had told you, like our neighborhood neighborhood kid, he just got a red wagon. And we're like, oh man, we just gotta we gotta test this red wagon out. And we're all the kids on this block like, yeah. So we all like take the red wagon, just us and the neighborhood kids, and we go down the block, and we just go down this one hill over and over again, taking turns.
Oh! I'm sorry, Mrs. Yen. I'm sorry. I didn't know.
I'm getting cat. Cat is hungry. I don't want to.
Oh, thanks, Mom.
Do you know the cat?
Yeah, I know where it is. Okay.
Hi, Mrs. Yen.
Hey, it's kind of buried underneath everything.
No, go for it. Go for it.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just
cut
right here, but we'll keep the screaming in.
Okay, we'll keep the screaming. Should I just stop?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
Part 2.
What were we talking about?
Before my mom came in and scared Liz.
Yeah. No, she wasn't trying to be scary.
She was not trying to be scary.
No, I don't think for the whole 22 years that we've been friends, your mom has not once tried, was motivated only to scare you. There's no way. No, she's not like that. But it's only because this light is so blinding and I have really bad eyesight, and Mrs. Yen was just trying to be really considerate and just walk over to get some cat food, and I just lost it.
Liz just freaked out.
Because I see a lot of weird shit. So I'm like, so that really freaked me out, because I've if you guys listen to our other podcasts, there has been a lot of weird shit that has happened to me in so many different places. So you never know if it's a ghost or a person.
That's true, and it's funny because my mom was trying to be all quiet, and then she's like, "Oh!" And when you scream, she's having a heart attack too.
I felt so bad. At least I don't have a high pitched scream.
No, it wasn't high pitched. It was, but you're like, "Oh!"
Yeah, I have a dude's scream,
Well, what we were talking about was actually is about my mom. But so we're just
about your mom.
We're riding down the hill in the red wagon over and over again, and before we know it, it was dark, and we didn't even realize how
you guys were having too much fun.
We were having so much fun that it was dark. It was nighttime, and we never been out that late.
Oh,
weird at that young age. So so then all the neighborhood kids, starting from the end of the block near the park, start going home and everything. So they're second to last. And then it's the last neighborhood kid is at the end of the block. And so we're going, and before you know it, I just hear my mom going, hey! And she comes out with a wooden spoon on the driveway, and me and Donna are horrified.
What? Oh,
And
you're in
she-
trouble.
I call your name and you don't answer.
Oh.
Yeah. And she like took that wooden spoon and she spanked us in front of our, what was left of our neighborhood.
Humiliation and pain.
In front of our neighborhood friends.
Oh
and
my
I was
goodness.
obviously horrified but scared because I never seen my mom that upset.
Yeah.
And so I'm just crying, and before I know it, it's
That's
like
scary.
the hyperventilating cry, like
Yes.
you can't stop.
Yeah.
And it's like snot coming out, and so
I love those cries.
Yeah,
They're
of course, my mom was like, "It's okay." when I came back inside, I'm so sorry. We just on a red wagon, and I was like, "Fuck." So after that, like never again.
Never miss a phone call.
Never miss a phone call. Make sure to check in with my mom.
That's
It
love
just,
right there.
Scarred and burned into my head. But yeah.
I mean, do you feel like as kids, do you think if we were just told like, hey, next time, like calmly, like, I feel like maybe that wouldn't have worked.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe it's just more effective with the wooden spoon.
with the whole
screaming
dramatics.
and dramatics. It did scar me, so I just remember.
It just traumatizes you, but also keeps you safe. Because I always feel like you and Donna always like made safe choices.
Yeah.
Right?
And then we had each other's back too.
Yeah.
So like,
and a lot of little girls were being taken.
Very true.
Like in the 90s.
It's very true. It wasn't safe. I mean, we shouldn't have been out that late, but it was.
And no cell phones.
No cell phones. You're right.
No
you're
cell
right.
phones. Once you're gone, you're gone.
Mm-hmm. Very true. Yeah.
That's freaky.
So yeah, those
She loves you.
She loves me. She loves me.
She's like, what could I do without them?
Yeah, exactly. So lesson learned was just, if my mom calls our name, you answer. You answer. But yeah, so so funny though. I keep thinking about when you were yelling at my mom. So
oh my gosh, that freaked me the fuck out. Do you remember? I don't know. The screaming also reminded me of that time where we just had to go to Six Flags. It was you, me, and Donna, and it was summertime, so it was like scorching. But when you're in middle school, you just have to go.
Yes.
If you have your opportunity, it doesn't matter if it's like 110 degrees. You're gonna go to the amusement park.
Yes.
So I remember us going on Goliath for the first time ever, and I don't know. You had to like remind me. Was it you or Donna that almost passed out?
Ooh, I think we both almost passed out.
Oh, do you guys almost? You guys
I think
both
we both were like the same. I think, yeah, I bet Donna.
Especially when you go. It's not a corkscrew, but like it was that final turn.
Yeah.
And I remember like you. Who was I sitting? I think it was you, but you were just like. Like you're trying to stay awake and the G-force is just like. And you're just like, I'm gonna go to bed. But then the turn finished, and you're just like, I'm up.
Yeah. I definitely nearly not knocked out, but Donna too, nearly passed out.
Well, because it was so hot.
Oh, they kind of dehydrated
and stuff. That's a scary mix.
Yeah. Were you with Donna when you were with Donna and she was so thirsty? I think you told me the story.
Yeah,
she wanted to drink a stranger's water. And you're like, no, Donna, you're not gonna drink that water.
We were waiting for the ride where the plunge ride. It's so stupid. It's a water raft, and it's just one plunge, and that's it.
Yeah.
This is dumbest ride. And we waited like an hour in the heat, and then she was just like, you could tell she's like turning into a zombie. She was just like there's no like talking sense to her. And she's just like water. And then there's like water being sprayed on us slightly because of the plunge. Every time it goes there, and she's like, oh, water. Her lips were really parched. And then she was like, I noticed she was like eyeing this kid's water bottle in front of us. And she's like, I'll just ask. Like she's like whispering to herself. She's like, I'll just ask.
It's so funny. I just see her suffering.
She's
so
like,
thirsty.
she's so thirsty. And she's like, I'll just ask that kid. I'll just ask that kid if I could have a sip.
you listening, and you know that you're suffering too.
I'm suffering too.
You're
but
thirsty too, but you're not that thirsty.
dude,
You ask for a stranger.
who knows if this kid sucks on that bottle like a tit? You know what I mean?
True,
Like,
that's true.
and when it sucks, when the water,
The backwash.
the backwash and stuff, and I'm just like,
You've always been a germaphobe too, so.
yeah, in
But
a
even
sense,
more
like,
so, like
even
this is
more so
stranger,
now. But
yeah.
like, yeah, I'm a little OCD, slightly OCD, and I'm just like, no, you cannot. And then she's like, in a drink, even in like if you drink a soft drink with the straw, there's
Yes.
like a certain percentage of spit
yes,
in the drink, and that just freaked me out. Okay, because we have a birdie system here. Like, if we had a bottle, we have a birdie system.
yeah.
Do you know how many people do not know how to birdie?
It's a little tough.
They're just
like
like-
have a steady hand.
like straight all of them. But anyway, she was just like, I'm gonna ask that kid if I can just have a sip, and she's just like hallucinating.
Yeah.
And she was about to like grab for it. I think this is what I remember.
Uh-huh.
Maybe I just imagined it too, but I felt like she was just about to tap on that kid's hand, and I was like, no.
No.
Like, yeah, I was just like, I'm gonna save your life. No. But then we went on the stupid ride, and it wasn't even that great. But we had a good time.
We had a good time.
We had a really great
Yeah,
time.
Six
that
Flags
first
was
time.
fun.
And it's a workout. I don't know if you guys ever been to Six Flags LA, but it is a workout. You're gonna like lose 5 pounds.
Just like going from ride to ride, waiting in line. And
Yeah, a lot of standing, a lot of walking, a lot
the
of
worst
hills.
is the worst is going in the summer because it's so hot.
So
But when it's
scorching
like
hot.
when it's cooler, it's nice. I mean, it's more bearable.
When we went in the wintertime, it was fun.
Yeah.
It was cooler, but it gets so cold at night.
Yeah.
But the hills is what gets us, like the uphill walks.
Mm.
Some of you have to climb like 500 feet up or something.
Yeah,
I
it's
think.
like it's a big incline. So
Well, that happened, and then if we're talking about amusement parks, one thing like I get reminded is when we went to Orange County Fair, and we're like, Debbie, which one do you want to ride? And you're like, that one. And it was a zipper
yeah,
of all things.
people
I'm just like,
people know that ride. Like, people are horrified by
the
that
zipper.
ride. The zipper.
It's just got a scary name.
It's like you're in like a little
That's a scary name.
cage, and it's like you're in this hamster cage, and you're just like spinning around. And
It could
you're
also
just-
be the death cage.
yeah, and you're just holding onto these bars, and you just spin. It was so scary. I thought I was gonna die.
Well, I don't know why. Okay, so the first time we went, it was fine.
Oh.
Remember, we all went on the first time.
Mm.
It was fine. We had a great time. We're like, oh my God, we thought we were going to die. And then the second time we went to Orange County Fair, and we're like, Debbie, you get to pick one. And we didn't think you were going to pick the zipper. Because it was so horrifying the first time.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
like, no, we could not believe that you picked the zipper. And we went on it. It was, every second was horrifying.
It was still scary. Yeah.
It was scary, but we were laughing so much. It was worth it. It was worth it, but I would never go on it again.
Yeah.
Just the sheer look of it, it's not a full ride.
No, it's not.
Have you ever seen like what holds the cage in place? It's like a peg.
Yeah.
It's a metal peg.
I don't remember, like, the seatbelt was a bar. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know what. Didn't feel safe.
It's kind of weird because you don't really sit in it.
Mm.
It's kind of like you just lean on it.
Just lean on
You
it.
just lean on the seat.
The
And then
zipper.
like a full cage.
Yeah.
Door.
Yeah.
The door comes in with some slight padding, and then you're going through this carousel while it's moving, and then the cage is spinning.
Yes. It's like 2 movements going on. This cage itself is spinning, and the actual ride is like going around and around.
It's so crazy. I think I'm gonna just add a photo on like Instagram stories for fun or something like that.
The zipper.
The zipper.
People remember that. Like, when I mention that ride, they're like, oh my God, I hate that ride. People are just like, oh my God, that ride's the scariest.
How is that legal?
I think they probably have gotten rid of it. I don't think it's like, so, I think it's definitely.
You think so?
Oh, maybe they still have it around. but
Let's see, when was the last time I went to, probably like 6 years ago or something like that, but it was still there.
It was still, maybe they still do have it. I just wish they did not.
I also wish that they did not. So
It's just so unsafe.
scary. But
Yeah.
oh, I want to thank you for your sweet Christmas text message. It was really sweet. I was like,
yeah.
yes, thank you.
Yeah, and then Donna dropped you off some cookies
Yeah,
that
yeah,
she made. She made those
no,
cookies.
I when we tasted it, I'm like, dude, this is Donna made these by hand. I thought maybe like she packed it, and just gifted, but I was like, these are homemade.
Oh,
It was so good.
So Donna's a sweetie.
Yeah, it was really sweet. Like I didn't even hear her come by. She's such a ninja.
She's
and
a Santa.
She totally is a Santa. Like, is she the type to decorate? I don't
She
really think
would if she
had the time.
She had the time, stuff like that.
Yeah.
She's been really busy this year, just
And
with
then
work.
yet she was still able to make cookies.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
really amazed. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, I think like 2 days before she I think she didn't have work, and so she's like, all right, I think one of her love languages is like gift giving.
Gift giving.
I think she likes.
Yeah,
she really
she
enjoys
likes,
like out of my family, we're like, yeah, we're not really big on gifts.
Yeah.
But she like loves. She's the reason why we're like, oh, we should get a gift because Donna's probably gonna give us a gift, so we need to get a gift.
Do you think that's her love language back? Didn't she say her love language was like acts of service?
Acts of service.
That was yours.
That's mine.
And then, was hers communication? Or?
I don't know. Actually,
Okay.
she'll probably check in with me and let me know. She'll be like, actually.
Sorry. I need to be reminded one more time, but
Yeah. But yeah. I just wanted to send you that little
it was
Christmas
really
message.
sweet.
Yeah.
No, both of you guys were really sweet. And it's so nice to have that. You don't need a lot. It's just like little things like that.
Yeah.
I like so nice.
And then you had this very, very sweet, even in return, a sweet message back. And I was like,
Because I really, really meant it. And it's, it's not easy for me to write like things like that. You know what I mean? But it just, yeah, it was really, it made me feel warm. Like, the Grinch when his heart just gets bigger and bigger. It was like that.
Yeah, it was nice. It was it's pandemic Christmas, but you just make the best of it, and you're just happy that I'm just grateful that we get to see each other even during this time. And,
Yeah.
Obviously as you can see, we're being safe about it and everything, and but it's just I like you said, like you look forward to it. I look forward to seeing you once a week. Like I don't see any of the really of my other friends really. Like everyone's just doing their own thing, but like
Me too.
I don't see anybody else.
Yeah.
This is my social time.
Yeah. Social time. No, it is really nice. And like I said in the last podcast, like this is very therapeutic. To be able just to randomly talk about whatever you want.
Whatever you want.
Whatever
exactly.
you want.
Yeah.
But how was so your Christmas was pretty chill. You had lunch with your
have
family
outdoors, right in our middle yard, and we just cooked something and just ate outside, and that was kind of our Christmas, and just took it easy, just really,
nice and easy.
Yeah.
Can you imagine like having? I can't do hectic Christmas like event after another event with friends and family. It's just too much.
Some
for
people
me.
would like thrive off of it. Like,
Yeah.
they can do it.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
I mean, just it's like a huge ordeal, which is great. But I don't have the energy.
I don't have the energy. I'm sometimes a little jealous that they have so much energy.
Yeah.
But I've also accepted, like, this is how I am.
Mm-hmm.
This is how much energy I have. And I have to appreciate that.
But you still did something. I think it sounded like you still did something nice for Christmas. Like you,
I did, yeah.
food together.
Yeah.
You need a roast.
Oh yes, and also, okay. So what happened on Christmas? You know how my brother was supposed to come?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he might be listening to this podcast, but it's nothing bad. I mean, okay, but I was working on Christmas Eve. And it was like 6 o'clock or something, and I get a phone call, and I'm trying to be better at just picking up my phone.
Yeah.
If you're calling me, I'm gonna pick up.
Yes.
And Joshua called me, and I thought he was gonna double check what time dinner is the next day.
Mm-hmm.
So I pick him. I'm like, "Hey, bro, what's up?" Like, and he's like, "Oh, Gil, I'm not gonna be making it to Christmas dinner tomorrow. I'm like, yeah, bro, it's tomorrow. Christmas dinner is at 3 p.m. I'll see you there. And I wasn't hearing him because he sounded so frantic. So I thought he just woke up and he was like, oh shit, I missed Christmas dinner.
Yeah.
But what happened was he was in shock.
I
Dun,
mean,
dun,
yeah.
dun.
I need you to fill me in because I
Okay.
saw his Instagram and I need you to fill me in.
He got in a accident
Oh,
on the
no.
605.
Oh,
And it wasn't his fault. He was riding his motorcycle.
I didn't even know he had a motorcycle.
Yeah, he's had it for years.
That shit's dangerous.
Yeah, like I love motorcycles too, but like, well, anyway, what happened on the 605? There was a ladder, and it was raining that day. Remember New Year's Eve? It was raining. It was starting to rain.
Oh my gosh, yes.
So there's a big ladder in the middle of the freeway, and the truck in front of him wasn't really paying attention, and he saw the ladder last minute.
Yeah, yeah.
And he swerved. And like, this is from like my recollection. It might not be exactly like this, but the ladder was for sure there, and there's definitely a truck.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I don't know, something about he swerved, and then Joshua was trying to get out of the way of getting hit by the truck, but got nicked. He did everything in his power to make it, you know, as less serious of as a crash. So the bike is okay miraculously, but he fell and he broke his leg in 2 places. But when he talked to me, he was like, I was like, "What's wrong, bro?" And he's like, "I got in an accident." And of course, I knew it was a bike accident. I was like, "For sure it's a bike accident." And he was like, "My leg is shattered. I can feel it. My leg is shattered." And I was like, "Fuck. This is a lot of like pressure all of a sudden, you know?"
Yeah.
And but you know what? My training has kicked in. This is like my time to prove like, "Hey, Liz, can you keep it calm?" And like, can you make sure you don't panic the other person as much on the phone? And can you keep a straight head because you're driving too? Like all this like training was kicking in finally, and I'm really glad that he's okay. I also want to check if he got any road rash because I know this lady that I used to dance with in Hawaii. She used to ride sports motorcycles, you know, like the Japanese ones.
Yeah.
Like Rough Rider.
Yeah.
She had tattoos all the way from her leg, all the way up to her arm, her side, to cover up road rash. Ooh. So I'm just like, fuck. Like, I'm thinking in my head, like, he's got a chunk of his foot, like, missing. And, like, he's got major road rash, like, all over his body. Thank God he didn't.
Oh.
So what happened is, he's like, I was like, do you have an ambulance? You know, all that. So, he said, everyone, the ambulance is coming. There's a nice lady that's helping me. Call back in an hour because I couldn't wait anymore. I needed more information. A lady picked up and she was like, your brother is being transferred. The paramedics are here and he's getting put into the ambulance. And I was like, which hospital is he getting transferred over to? And she's like, I don't know, honey. You're going to have to call back later and the paramedics will tell you. I'm so sorry, sweetie. And you can hear Joshua being like lifted into the ambulance. He's like, oh! So it's kind of hard because Joshua, he wants to be responsible.
Yeah.
He wants to be independent. So like he doesn't want us to come and help him. And so that's what happened. And but he's okay. He went to surgery on Christmas Day.
Oh my gosh.
So guess what? Me and Joseph are left to tell my mom.
Oh no, your mom's trying to have a heart attack.
So we tried to make it as less traumatic as possible for both their sakes, Joshua and my mom. And like this was a big deal that Josh is coming over, you know, for dinner, Christmas dinner. And like my mom's excited and I'm like, what are we gonna do? I say, let's let mom sleep get a good night's rest. And then Joseph's like, when we start cooking, we'll sit her down and explain to her. So like the aroma of the smell of the food, and she's got a lot of like sleep, so she won't stay up all night. And then we told her.
That's smart.
And it was really scary, but it also showed that we made really good decisions, and it was less of a blow.
Okay.
Like you could see at first she was like shaken, but she eased back into herself like quick because she was rested.
Yes,
and, you know, she knew that we were gonna have food, so she's not hangry. And yeah, by that time Joshua was already in surgery, and it's all good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Thank God he's okay. I knew he's okay because I saw his Instagram post, but I was like, what
is happening? I didn't see the photo either.
Yeah, I just
I'll
saw
see it later.
Just on an Instagram story, like
What'd you see?
His leg in a cast.
Oh yeah.
I was like, what happened?
What happened, dude? Yeah, it's this tricky part when your loved one wants to ride a motorcycle or like you know do something that could be a little risky. Like I'm guilty of doing a lot of like risky moves and stuff, but the bike scared me because when I was an Uber driver, I would drive around a lot of cops, like highway patrol, and they're just like, it's not worth it. I don't know how we got into I wasn't talking about my brother, but I think we saw a motorcyclist on the road, and they're just like, I've just seen so many really bad accidents. And one time I picked up this older gentleman. I think he was like a Vietnam vet. He broke both of his wrists.
Oh.
So he couldn't open the door. I had to open everything for him, and he just can't feed himself, can't wash himself. So like these are the things like I feel like you have to accept when you're gonna ride a bike.
Yeah.
Like you have to tell yourself this is a possibility, and no matter how good of a driver you are, like there's shit that's like out of your control. And I'm so glad Josh is alive.
Yes.
I was like, oh
my gosh, that's the most important thing, that he's alive. And
we're glad you're alive, Josh.
Glad you're alive, man.
But we also support whatever decision you make.
Yeah.
I think that's love, right?
Yeah, we support you, but like it comes with the territory. Like if you decide to ride a motorcycle, so
yeah,
it's really sad. It happened a year ago. I think.
Yes.
Donna's like good friend. Her fiance like passed away. You know, so from a motorcycle accident. Not his fault at all either, and it just happened. And he was just so promising and just smart and capable and just everything, but he loved to ride that motorcycle. Yeah, it was like something he loved to do and brought him so much joy.
If you really loved him, I mean, it is a pity that he went so young, but at the same time, it's like, what are you gonna do? Like, are you gonna yell at that person, and then you're gonna break your relationship with that person? You're kind of put in a hard.
It's a hard place. Yeah. So it's hard when someone loves what they do, and you're just like, to stand in that way of that. It's you know, as a partner, you want to support, like, hey, if it makes you happy, right? So.
Oh, but a part of you are just like, no.
Yeah. So it's unfortunate, but I'm glad that Josh is good.
Thank God he's okay.
Yeah. Now that you're putting two together, I was like, before we started the podcast, you were telling me like, Josh didn't make it to the dinner. And I was like, of course, I saw the Instagram story. Like, it makes sense. I'm like, oh. Yeah. But you know, besides, you know, and now that Josh is okay and everything, like, you had a good Christmas dinner.
Yeah, we did. And
it was just you, Joe, and your mom?
Yeah, and it was really nice. Like, I love that it's relaxed. We had usually when we go over to, like, a family's, it's like you eat and then you clean up. Yeah. Quick. And then you get on out there, you know, you leave. And it's just like so like set that you can never relax.
That's true.
So like when we had dinner, we're just like, you know what? Let's keep all this shit on the table all day long. Yeah. And just eat all day long. And so that's what we did. And
that's so nice.
Yeah, it was really nice. And we watched Crudes.
Oh, okay, Crudes.
Have you ever watched
I never watched it, but it's a caveman.
Yeah, it's unexpectedly good.
Unexpectedly
Yeah,
good.
and
Okay.
on New Year's Eve we're gonna watch Crudes 2 because that just came out. But like my mom went bananas over Crudes.
Oh, okay.
She's like, "What? Can we watch the second one?" I'm like, "No, Mom, you have to wait until New Year's Eve." And she's like, and every day she'll be like, "Can we watch it?" I'm like, "No, Mom, I got work to do. Like, what do you think I do? Like, just stay home and watch."
She sounds like a child.
Yeah,
It's cute.
she is kind of like my little Benjamin Button.
Benjamin.
She
Button.
totally is my Benjamin Button. Like she'll be so kitty sometimes, and she is like having a child for sure. But
that's how it feels like with my
yeah,
mom
right?
and dad now. Like,
is it trippy for you?
They're just on their phones all the time. They're on their phones like teenagers. And then
your dad too?
Yeah, my dad will be upstairs watching YouTube, and he'll like screen it on his Chromecast. They're both on their phones, and they're just like nonstop. And my sister, my older sister, she was here. She's like, "Gosh, I feel like we're the parents, and
you guys are.
We're like cooking for them, cleaning after them,
Yes.
and they're just like, and then they're like on their phone, it's just back and forth, and so yeah.
It's nice that you did put away, because like if I had a kid, I wouldn't be able to care. Like, I'm not saying this is just my life is like, if I had a kid, like a human kid, I would not.
Kid, I would hope.
Yeah, I would not be able to care for my mom the way that I do now.
You're right.
It would be all like, I would have to divide my attention. Can you imagine if like
that? I don't know how you do it. How will you do it? You know,
how would you do it? How do these moms do it? They have time to work out. They're like working out and like have baby and like take cute pictures. I was like, what the fuck? What are they on? Like, honestly, to have that much energy is like super moms.
Yes, yeah. But you know, and that's why like I appreciate it when those super moms like keep it real, and they're like, hey, I suffered postpartum depression. Like, after the baby I had depression, and like, you know, I can't look hot and have a hot bod 24/7 after having a baby. You know, like, I can't just be that mom. There's a majority of moms aren't the super mom that you see on the Instagram and polish everything. Like, they're the ones that are like tired and haven't showered in days and breastfeeding all the crazy, you know, hours in the night, and it's just just props to all moms, you know, able to do that and work.
Even my mom, she was like, you did it. I love this. I got this from my mom. She finally admitted it. She was like, Liz, you did a good job not having kids. I'm like, yes!
Whoa.
Yes! You said it!
She said it!
You said it! Yes, I am a responsible person.
Oh my gosh, she said it. Oh my god.
I thought I would never hear that. I thought I would never hear the end of like not having kids. And she was just like, you know what? I'm grateful that, because she knows how much time it takes. There would be no time. Like, I would probably look like a crazy person. If I had a kid.
If you had a kid and take care of your mom, I don't know if that's...
Holy crap.
Is it possible? I don't know.
I would break.
You would break,
mentally. I just wouldn't be able to get
something.
up.
Something would have to give.
Yeah, I would have to give up something.
Yeah. Oh gosh, yeah. It's not easy, and but that's like, you know, it's so great that, you know, that's what family's for. Is like, you know, our parents took care of us, and now it's our turn to help them out and everything. And
is it nice that you have 2 other sisters to like help with the load?
The siblings, yes, for sure. It's nice, and it's nice. It's like they're not here all the time, but when they are here, it's just that my parents are so happy, you know, to have them around. But they're also happy that they're not here 24/7 either. So
that's like, true, because
both of my sisters can only stand so much to be in the kitchen, because it's not their kitchen. You know, my mom isn't the cleanest person, most organized person, so her kitchen sometimes can get messy after she's done cooking. We call, you know, they're called the openers. They just open things, but they don't put things back. So she's not really good at that. So both my sisters kind of like lose it. Like, I just cleaned the kitchen.
That's exactly how I am. Like, Joseph's the opener and I'm the closer. For sure. You know,
Yeah.
like, it is that OCD thing, but like,
Yeah.
I just finally understood. I said it out loud to myself. Like, today, me and Joseph had an argument, and I was like, I just can't think if the house isn't in order. Like, I just can't think. I don't know if
No. It's
like any particular things that you're just like, I can't think unless I have to like put this in a certain place.
That's such a. I mean, it's a good habit to have. It's a good mindset to have.
Kind of drives you crazy.
But it drives you crazy too that when things aren't going your way,
Yeah.
especially if it's not your place or something like that, and someone else's mess or whatever. It's just like, yeah, it could. But it's pros and cons.
Pros and cons, because like I'm also trying to respect. Like today, I understood that Joseph's train of thought is not exactly like me, and I can't expect his train of thought to be exactly like mine too. So it's like he's also has like his brain is functioning in a certain pattern, and you know he's just trying. I have to respect that too.
Yeah.
Because that's just how he is, and I'm trying really hard. And it's like even after 15 years, we're still learning how to respect one another's, you know, behavior styles. You know,
God, it's like my parents that are going on for I don't even know how many years now. It's like they're still
figuring it out.
They still get like, you know, my dad still gets annoyed. So I'm like, hiya, Annie, so messy. Hiya. Yeah, Annie, another Amazon package. But hey, I'm doing what? Hey, she always tells me and my sisters, I give you life.
Yeah.
I give you life.
Which is an oldie but a goodie.
But again,
because it's the truth.
She always takes out that patch. Like, I give you life. But it's like comes out of nowhere sometimes.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
Wait, no one.
Wait, she's like trying to justify it to herself.
Just randomly just throws the card out. Give you life. I'm like, yeah, Mom. No one's saying you did it. I don't. We're just having dinner. I don't know what's going on. Like, why are you bringing this up? Yeah, I give you life. Just ends the conversation like that. I give you life.
Well, your mom's always been a character.
She spicy.
You wouldn't think that she would be spicy, just like, you know, just seeing her somewhere. But once you like really talk to her, she is spicy. She's got a lot of sass.
Lot of sass. Yeah, it's just how she is, and I love my mom for it. But I noticed though, it's funny, like when my sisters are around, she's more sassy.
Oh, maybe she wants to be more like alpha.
Maybe it could be it.
Yeah, like she's like, I'm the queen bee here.
I'm queen bee. I give you life.
Yeah.
I give you life.
Because you know, like Donna and your other sister, they like to command. Like
they're more dominant too.
Yeah, more dominant. So she's like, I need to be even more dominant. You know what I mean? You're like easygoing. You're not always gonna like take control of everything and like.
I mean, it's one of those things like I just accept. Like, you know, like if my mom makes a mess, I'll do my best to, you know, do the dishes or whatever. But she'll do the dishes too sometimes. But like I just accept like this is just how my mom is. She just, you know, and like if I'm living in their house, like I just have to accept that, and it's like it is what it is. And you know, I love my parents, and it's fine.
You're like way more nicer about it. Me, I'm like, I must discipline.
Yeah. No, I get it. I totally get how it can get to people. You know, it's gotten to everyone.
Well, I was raised by a lot of anal women. Like not my grandma, perhaps. You know, 'cause she would just do it for us and not talk about it and stuff. But definitely my mom, my aunts, they were more, they wanted things a certain way and stuff. Like, even now, there can be like no dishes, like no dirty dishes in the sink and stuff. But my mom's become a lot nicer about it, which has made me more relaxed about it.
Oh, good.
But then also she has it like it would really weird me out because I would get in trouble for leaving the door open.
Mm.
And now she's leaving it open.
Oh.
So it's like, it's turned.
It's turned.
But how will I handle it? I think I handle it a little bit nicer.
Yeah.
I just won't tell her. I'll just close it. Like the first couple times I was like, Mom, look what you did. Look what you did. You know, you left the door open. I used to get like yelled at about that all the time. And now I feel like I'm more mature. I'll get on Joseph's ass, but on my mom.
I'll get on Joseph's. I'll get on his ass.
Yeah. But my mom, I'm like, how will I handle this? A lot nicer.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, that's nice.
But do you know that there's a winter moo-moo?
Winter moo-moo.
You know, like moo-moos?
Yeah,
like,
moo-moos,
you just like, it's just a t-shirt. And
Yeah.
it's like, it's very long. And that's what people like just wear to be comfortable all the time.
But it's a moo-moo. It's a winter.
I got a winter moo-moo.
So it has fleece or what?
Yeah,
What is a winter?
it's basically a huge blanket turned into a long sweatshirt that goes down to your ankles. And it has a hoodie. And a front pocket.
So it's kind of like a Snuggie, but not.
Like a Snuggie, but even crazier.
Ooh.
So we got packages for Joshua from Amazon like 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And we're like, oh, okay, well, he's moving around here, so like maybe this is for stuff for his place because he's moving out. That's another shit thing. He has to move out of his apartment by the end of the month.
Oh.
So him and his friends did all that. But he left these packages, and we're like, hey, there's packages here for you. Just letting you know. Like, why didn't you give us a heads up? Like, that you're getting packages. You know, what if it might gotten, like, stolen or whatever? But he's like, oh, okay, you just leave them there. And then on Christmas Day, he was like, those are for you guys.
Oh.
And we opened it, and he bought me and my mom this amazing like robe.
You love it.
I love it. I've been living, Debbie. I haven't changed my clothes for like since Christmas. I was just living in that moo-moo since Christmas. Like I don't know what day is it.
How did he know that that's like something that you would love? He just knows you so well.
I'm so crazy about it.
What color? What color?
Well, my mom had like a nice pastel pink.
Ooh.
And I'll show you a picture of it. It's really fun. She and it has a nice plush hoodie.
Ooh.
And it has a nice like pocket. So like if you want to go snack, you just stuff it with snacks.
Yeah, like a little kangaroo pouch.
And you could wear clothes underneath it, but what I like to do is I like to take a shower, just put on my undie, and just wear that.
Nice.
All day. All night, baby.
Moo-moo, man.
Go to bed in it, wake up, do it all over again. Like, I'll just like work on the computer. I'm just like, and it has really improved my productivity on the computer because it gets cold.
Oh yeah.
And you're not moving, so you're not creating any heat.
Yeah.
You just put that hood on, girl, and you just get on the computer, and it's just like. Do
you work for them? Because you sound like you
No.
I
I didn't even know this stuff existed. I know Snuggie existed, and I wanted to get that like years ago, and I was just like, I'm not gonna give in to that. And then as a present, oh my god, it's like changed my whole world. And then like when I'm not wearing, like Joseph steals it.
Oh,
and you look like a wizard.
He looks like a wizard.
Yeah, you look like a wizard. You just look like either Jesus times.
Yes,
when everyone's just wearing a sack all the way down to their cloak or whatever.
Robe.
Yeah, it's like that. My mom's pastel, and of course the crazy one. I was like, Joshua, I know this one's for me, and it's camouflage, yellow, green, and blue or something like that. So it's like crazy color. Yeah. And dude, I've just been living in it, and if you guys go on Amazon, I'm actually gonna put the link in because it is amazing. if I was thinking about leaving the house like that, and I was like, no, I can't do that. That's taking it a little too far, and I need to change and I need to freshen up because I don't want Debbie to smell my funk. But like Debbie, it is.
All right, I gotta check.
You have to check it out.
I gotta check it out.
It's amazing.
You guys show me pictures.
I'm gonna show you the picture.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Sound like you had a great. Sound like you had a great.
It was a good gift.
It was a great.
And my cats love it.
Aww.
They'll just, like they start like,
biscuits.
yeah.
Making biscuits.
And they'll just be like, oh, this is my bed too.
Yeah.
So it's many functions in one.
Yeah. That's awesome.
You would love it.
I'm
going to show you
no,
later.
I definitely will check that out. That sounds like good.
I
would love.
You would love it. You would love it. It's so not like it's so nice. But are you doing anything for New Year's?
No, I'm
just
not.
relax.
It's quiet. Yeah.
You know what? I think it's for the best that everyone just like steer clears. I mean, you don't know what 2020 is gonna nip at your heels. Like it's the last night before 2021, and I can't promise anyone it's gonna be better.
Yeah.
But stay clear of 2020, guys. You just don't like Joshua was just right at the finish end. And bam!
Yeah. Like literally bam. Like just
Hold me in a cast, baby. Like,
gosh, 2020. It's been a bitch.
Such a bitch. You got in a car accident. Joseph just got in a car accident. Yeah, someone bumped into it, but we got money from it.
Oh, got it.
Yay.
Okay.
But still, it's just like 2020. You are so mean.
Vicious. It's been raining the last couple days. So it's like
it was intense.
Thunderstorm. It's like no.
I heard it was hailing too.
Yeah, hailing in some areas too.
What the heck?
2020 is like
hellfire. Ice fire.
Yeah, it's been wild.
But nice and quiet.
How about you? Any?
Just I don't know if I want to work tomorrow. I just feel really like I just don't want to go out. Maybe because I just have a weird feeling about the 2020 thing too.
Yeah.
And it's like it's getting its last bit of revenge or something. So I'm just trying to stay clear of it.
Yeah.
And just like relax, you know?
You're right. It's a good call.
Yeah, I think I mean, you guys could do whatever you want, but just beware of the risks.
Beware of the risks, yes. I get to see you tomorrow. You're just like in your moo-moo. You're like,
I'm going to be in my moo-moo.
You just look out the window. You're like, nah, not today.
You got to slow down. And especially like if you have, a history of mental illness, I think it's really, really important to slow it down.
Yeah.
Like every time you feel like you're on this groove and you think like you shouldn't stop, you should stop, buddy.
Yeah.
Should
that
stop.
sounds like mania right there.
Yeah, like I just want to work. I get like so addicted to working, and it's just like nothing fucking matters except for working and just just finishing a project, finishing or like making this amount of money, and it's just. You just break. Like, there's so many times where I've broken myself, and gone into, like, a deep, sad, downward spiral. But now I'm able to come out of it a lot easier because I'm just like, oh, you know what? I'm tired.
And acknowledging that.
Yeah, acknowledging it.
And saying that's okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
I'm human.
Not I'm stupid.
Yeah.
I'm not strong enough.
Well, the thing about, like, the pandemic and just whole 2020 is, like, because people are working from home and a lot of it, there's no border, there's no line between work and home anymore. It's kind of blurred.
Yeah.
So they just think like I guess I'm working from home, so I'm just working. So you associate home with work now, and so you don't know when to stop. Everything is just like. So a lot of people are just getting burnt out. Too.
Right. And you did the smart thing by separating your workspace and your personal space.
Yeah.
Which is a really good call.
Just like it is as simple as just if you're lucky to have another room to just like do your work in that room and associate everything work related with that room. You step out,
How's that been helping you?
It's good. It's good.
Like
Anytime,
different?
Yeah, it feels good to I just feel more productive. I feel less inclined to be like, oh, there's my bed. I'm going to lay down. I'm going to nap hard. It's been good. It's been really good. So
that's awesome. I'm really, and you got that. Well, I do hear that like every so often from self-help tips, but you got it from you decided to take that step after reading Atomic Habits, right?
That's when I was. It just kind of. I mean, I've heard it before, but just like as a reminder, like it really helps. I'm like,
you're like, I'm gonna
I
do
should
it.
do it, you know. And so yeah, I just been just doing that. And but speaking of New Year's Eve and everything, do you have any New Year's resolution?
Well, definitely like time management for sure.
Yes.
But then also this year definitely I want to experiment like taking it easier on myself. Like cuz I would be chasing after the dollar. I would be like, "Oh, no, I don't have to do yoga. Oh, I don't have to play my ukulele today." And it's just I need those two things. Like I need to exercise, I need to do my yoga.
Just a balance,
and
right?
I need to play my ukulele for at least 15 minutes.
Yeah,
like,
at least, but yeah.
And I cannot, like, that's a must. It's not a thing I just need to do on the side. No, it's a priority.
Things that help your mental health like that should not be secondary. They should all be just as important to you as making the money, which is important too. But like, again, if you just focus just making money, chasing that dollar, you're gonna get burnt out.
Super burnt
and you're just
out.
like, what the fuck happened?
And like, you don't know why you're even living. You're just like, oh, I'm just like a working machine. Like, what's the point of life?
Yeah.
But like having that, because I would be like, oh, if I can just get out an hour extra early. But I'm like, you know what? It doesn't matter. You know, I'll have less money, but if I am in the right mindset, I'll be able to utilize whatever I make and use it to multiply it. You know what I mean? If I'm in a good state of mind.
A good state of mind.
Because you have ideas coming, you have your brain is able to function at a higher level. So I'm like, you know what? Let me try to do it this time like this. Because my life has always been in a hurry. And it still is. It's still hectic at times. But this year, 2021, I'm gonna go slower.
I like that. I like that. Go slower. That's a great... That's a great resolution, I think.
Yeah.
Just like taking time for yourself. I think that's the same. I think for me, I think it's just time management. I need to get better at that, and just being just self-learning, just like start learning more about like technique and stuff like that, just to help my sister out with her, like she's doing photography and stuff like that, but she's food stylist. But she needs help with like digitech stuff, so like it's really I want to get better at like those kind of things, and just to help her out and just sharpen my skill set and stuff, and just hopefully get back into the workforce, and you know, and just pivot from, you know, because before I was like, oh, I'm just gonna work in production and stuff like that, but I just realized how stressful that is, and it's just for long term, it's just not the best for someone like me who's like, you know, I did it, and I'm glad I did it, but at the same time, it's tough, especially during the pandemic time. Like, they're already putting a halt on all productions, you know, they're asking to put a pause on production because the COVID cases are rising up again.
I can't imagine.
It's just
getting that news if you're in the industry.
It's just shaky, you know? It's just shaky, and it's so I want to build a stronger skill set, and just get back into building like stuff that I can eventually like apply to make money with and stuff like that, and get better at. So I don't know. There's that time management, of course, better healthy habits, I think, and just get a better routine, establishing a routine. I think that's. But I don't. You know, it's always hard to say like, oh, here's my New Year's resolution.
It is hard, you know. Like I feel like they did like the statistics or like a poll, like how many of you said you would have New Year's resolutions and
stuck to it,
and stuck to it, and it's like a very small percentage. But I think the trick is to be kind to yourself and understanding, and you know, maybe you might have not gone to, you know, taking care of your body or exercise for a long while, but don't hate yourself, because it's just going to make it harder to get in. You could do something really like easy. Like you have to everyone has to ease themselves. Because that's what I've noticed. Like I just go head in first. I'm just like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it, you know? And I don't ease myself on, and like in the end, it's not there's no longevity.
Yes. if you go into like head first and just like high energy, just get into it.
Yeah, it's not gonna.
To maintain that, it's really difficult.
Yeah,
as opposed to easing, slowly getting to a better habit. As a slow approach, and you're like, all right, get better at it little by little. It's not about taking a jump. It's just taking one step at a time.
Yeah,
you have more longevity and it's more endurance to maintain it. Yeah. So that's a good observation. That's really
And I like your thoughts on how you want to make your 2020 more what's a word for it? Yeah. Like more enjoyable, more prosperous. Prosperous, yeah. Like overall, exactly. Like it sounds very centered. And you know what? I'm really, really proud of you that you have to be really courageous to step back and be like, because I know you really want to get into that industry, in which you have so much capabilities and potential, and you have a very creative mind. I always knew, like, when I first met you, you were a very creative person. Yeah. So I know you have a lot to give, but, you could have been stubborn and say, I'm going to stick to this. Yeah, yeah. And then just, like, totally, like, gone, driven to the edge. But you took the responsible thing. And, even though you wanted it so bad at that time, you're like, hey, you know what? I'm going to take a look at this. And
just revisit and just like, you know what? I'm getting older too. So I'm just kind of thinking like, what's good for longevity? What's good for like, and even when you're looking at production, like, do I want to end up being a producer? Like, is that something that I see myself doing? Like, that shit's stressful as fuck. And so it's so stressful. Like, I mean, lots of jobs are stressful, but like, it's just extremely stressful.
Is it like your kind of stress that you would want when you're in your 50s?
Yes,
60s,
exactly. Like, and like what, project to project, and it's nothing steady. So I just like, I believe in myself and in my abilities to learn a skill and just get better at something and just apply that, whether, wherever that may be. And I already have things in the back of my mind, like what I want to get improved on, and just like apply that and just like work towards myself. But I think it's just like rebuilding my self-esteem, rebuilding myself, up, just because, again, just living with a mental illness. Again, I've mentioned it many times in the podcast in the past and everything, and just to anyone, but it takes a toll. It takes a toll on your self-esteem. Yes, so it's just like building that back up. So, and it's, I think what I've learned from 2020, as horrible as it's been for a lot of people, it's also taught me to slow down. Yeah. Like, it's also taught me to be like, it's okay. Like, everyone else is going through it too. Like, they're going through their own, like, just issues and things like that. And 2020, I think, was a reminder for everyone to just like be grateful for what you do have and what you don't have. It's just slow down and just realize, like, just to really focus on your mental health. And I think it's kind of as a reminder. So if 2021 is really maintaining that balance and just really just building my self-esteem and just focusing on myself and just continuing on that. Bettering myself, learning things. I always like to learn new things, so I don't want to stop doing that, and just get better and just.
Yes, we are older, but really, if 70-year-old person, like 70-year-old you, was talking to you right now, met you, she would call you a child. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. Like, it's crazy to me. Sometimes I feel like I'm an adult and stuff. And then you have these older people telling, like, oh, you little girl. I'm still a little girl to them. So, exactly. I also, that's like a nice reminder. Like, yes, I'm more mature now. I'm older. I got some years. I'm not a spring chicken. But we're still young.
Which is really cool. Right. There's still so much.
There's still time.
There's still so much to do.
So much to do.
Much to do. Exactly.
And you have to realize too, like, a majority of our years are 33 years. A majority of that was being a kid. Like, you were a baby for so many years.
Babied all this time.
A toddler. You're a teenager. You're just figuring things out. We just basically, starting to actually live a life now.
Yes. Yeah.
To be honest.
It's true.
You know,
Very
we
true.
think we're all older when we're 18, but it's not like that.
No. It's life is just kind of just winging it. You're winging it, and you're
winging
figuring
it.
it, trying to figure it out,
Yeah.
and as you go, and there is no roadmap for anyone really, like for your own unique life.
Yeah.
Your life is totally different from somebody else, and there's no reason to compare. You know,
Mhm.
like because at the end of the day, it's like it's me, myself, and I. You know,
Mhm.
like just I know it sounds kind of like melancholy and kind of maybe dramatic, but you come to this world kind of like alone, like
Mhm.
as a consciousness, and you leave at the end of your life, in a sense, alone in a sense.
Mhm.
You know, like no one's gonna die at the same time as you. Like it's not like someone's keeping coming. So it's like whatever you do with this life, you just make the best of it. And I think a part of that is maintaining like social contact with like us, like just
Mhm.
friends, family, letting loved ones know that you love them. And yeah, it's important to make money, of course, but to never lose that humanity, to
Yeah, the
never
real
lose it.
core of yourself. You know,
Playing the ukulele,
Yeah.
playing the stuff, making music. These are kind of things that like that makes life worth living, right?
Mhm.
Like if life was all about just like making money, like really, like that's it, like just to survive and that, like I don't know. There's just I feel like there has to be so much more to that. And
Mhm.
granted, we're given this life that we're able to even able to think
Mhm.
in that way. Some people have no choice; they're starving, and they're literally starving, and food is the only thing they
to
can
get
think
even
about.
this would be difficult for some people. Like just
Yes.
having shoes and stuff, which really
Shoes.
blows my mind. Like I think, in the past I would be like, oh, like I have shoes, they don't have shoes, and I feel bad for them.
Mhm.
But not until like this year, I'm really grateful for the clothes on my back or like the roof over my head. Like,
Definitely.
it might not be perfect, but I'm really grateful for it. Like, I truly am with every
Yeah.
being of myself, and it feels great
Yeah.
to be able to be grateful for that. So, or like, your close friend, like, I think, of course, I always appreciated
Yes.
it, but I even, because of the years that I'm going through life, it's becoming even more apparent that like, yes, like I genuinely am appreciative of this person being in my life.
At this moment in your life, like, because people come and go and stuff like that. But the fact that we're still able to maintain this friendship and still able to talk and everything, that's a beautiful thing. Some people don't even have that. Have no one to turn to.
It's tough,
The world is tough on its own, and I just can't imagine facing the world by yourself with no support from anybody. Like you even have Joseph and stuff like that too. So like you have, just to have people that have your back.
Yeah, to genuinely have your back.
Like if
some
anything
people
happened
don't.
to you, Joseph, without a doubt, will be there for you, and just like wipe the drool off your face, whatever. Even if you yourself like diagnosed with bipolar, like he would.
Yeah, he wouldn't run away. No way.
Still love you.
Yeah, he still love me. And you know what? As much as I don't get along with my relatives, if I called them, I know they would come.
Yes.
If it was like an
blood.
emergency, like, and we haven't talked in a while, like, they'll still come.
Yes.
Which is
that's a beautiful thing.
I'm also appreciating, and I've also learned something called like, it's love, but it's like kind of distanced love. Like it's love from afar. Like I don't know if it's a real thing, but for me, like I feel like if you just keep on, getting in conflict with your relatives or something, but you could, but knowing that just keeping your distance might be better for
healthier.
Healthier for both people.
You still love them. You still
I still love them.
You still care about them.
Yeah,
but you
definitely.
just know, just when you're too close, it's almost like fire. It's almost like fire. You get burned.
Yeah,
but you appreciate the fire.
Yeah,
it's giving you warmth.
Absolutely,
it cooks your food. It does everything.
Yeah.
But touching the fire, you will get burned.
Ooh. Yeah, but love them. I'm gonna say it out loud. Like I love my relatives as much. Difficult as it has been and stuff. They're doing their best.
Yeah.
And I'm doing my best.
Yeah.
And
Just to hear you say that, I feel like
yeah.
from knowing you all these years, just to hear you say this out loud, that's a huge deal, Liz.
Yeah.
For you to say that and for you to have that self-awareness, but also have that gratitude of just being like, hey, nobody's perfect.
Yeah.
We all, I'm not perfect, obviously. And like, but at the end of the day, they're still your family, and you know they've been there through your tough times too. So no, same. I feel the same way about my family and everything, and my siblings, and my relatives as well. Even all the way in Hong Kong, you know. So I know they would do anything for my family as well. So it's so great. It's
nice to have that support system.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, it's like I guess we're like being really sentimental. Well, of course we like to be funny, and we also like to be sentimental. We like to go around the whole spectrum, you know, of being deep and have you watched Soul?
Yes, yes, I did watch it. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Good, right?
It was good.
It was really deep. It's kind of like our talk today.
Yeah, it's just appreciate those moments. Even if it's just like a leaf twirling, twirling in the wind. Yeah. It's just, again, just appreciate those moments. It's not about having a purpose or having this life purpose or tons of money or just like having one thing like I have to be really good at. It's like, no.
I have to make it.
Yeah, I have to make it. If I get this, my whole everything will be complete. Like, no.
No, it's never like that.
It's totally about the journey.
It is about the journey.
That's the whole thing about life. It's about experience.
Yeah.
Right? It's just about experiencing
the good and the bad.
The good and the bad, because without the bad, you won't appreciate the good. Without the good, you won't appreciate the bad. You need the yin and yang, right?
Yeah.
So it's it puts everything in perspective.
Yeah, I think it would be weird if we just had happiness.
Oh, how would you know? Like if there was just one note, one high note, but you are so used to that high note, you're just like, I don't need to know what it feels like to feel shitty.
Yeah, because it is, I don't know, it just brings more depth in a lot of things.
Exactly. Like, you got straight out of my mouth. Depth.
Right? And, I mean, even in theater and Greek theaters, plays, you had the laughing mask and the sad mask.
Comedy and drama.
Yeah, because you're a human. You only are. You feel more alive when you feel those emotions, right?
And that's how I feel. I know this sounds kind of weird to say, but like,
say it.
Being bipolar, I've got to experience such extreme emotions. The lowest of the low, the highest of the high, all side of the spectrum. Bipolar. And I've never felt more alive in those moments. And surviving my depression, surviving my mania, and just being like, it's like a crazy roller coaster, but it's all like, it all happened in my mind.
Yeah.
Like all these moments where I felt like I was, I felt like, God, I felt like the devil, I felt like this, I felt my mind, the fact that your mind can make you feel all these different emotions.
Yeah.
You're just like, shit, that shit is crazy, but it's like, dude, it's like, it is kind of like the best drug in the world,
That is so crazy, because I can't tell you honestly how it would feel if, okay, like, yeah, we could be like, yeah, girl, I feel like a goddess, you could say that, but to actually feel like you like are a supreme
goddess being, yes.
That is, like, how does
highest
that feel?
You feel just unstoppable, you have the highest self-esteem, you feel beautiful. You feel everything positive.
Kind of like we talked about it before, like drugs, but I never felt like I was God. Which is like, I'm so fascinated how that would feel.
It just feels great. So then when you're out of that mindset, when you're recovering from that kind of high,
you're like, I was God. I am God.
Yes. And of course you're just like, wait, now the feeling's gone, and you're just like left with.
I'm a human being. I'm just
fuck.
I'm just a human being. Damn it!
I'm just wait. I can die. I can. My physical body can die.
I'm mortal.
Like, damn, I'm mortal.
Man.
Like it it's a mind fuck, really.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
it's a beautiful mind fuck. Like it's just you just to feel that. I read it in a book. It's called An Unquiet Mind, and it's by this woman who's she's a PhD and everything. She's a doctor, but she's in psychology, I think. But at the same time, she herself is bipolar. So she's able to analyze and describe it in such a way that you can understand it not just medically, but like as a person. It just really puts it in terms where you understand it. And I forget the quote exactly and from her book, but it was such a beautiful way she put it. She's like, as horrible as it may seem, like I got to explore the darkest corners of my mind. And from that, I'm grateful for.
Yeah.
Like the darkest corners of my mind and bring light to that. And just feel these extreme emotions that some people will never feel in their lifetime. And I never felt more alive. So I'll definitely have.
Yeah, we're gonna link it. We're gonna link that.
It's called Unquiet Mind.
I actually would like to read that book too. Unquiet Mind.
Yes, and and it's really, 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 really great.
I'm gonna read that one for sure.
Yeah. So, I don't know how far. I know we recorded a little bit beforehand. So
yeah.
So we're already an hour and 10. So and plus when we talked, so I don't know.
Oh, we could. Okay, we'll do
let's end it with something.
Okay, funny. Okay, so I'm gonna go over this. Do you remember that professional Asian gambler?
Yes.
Blackjack. Was he playing poker? Poker. He's a
poker player.
This very, very distinctive guy. Remember, I wasn't there, but it happened to you.
Yes.
This guy, this pro poker player, comes into where we work at the mall.
Yeah.
And what does he do, Debbie?
I mean, he basically was flirting with me, but I was just like,
He's not. He's got a very unique look.
He has a cowboy hat. Yeah, he has sunglasses. I mean, I was definitely
really skinny, right? Really skinny, Vietnamese.
I don't think he was that. He wasn't that skinny now.
I just remember him being like smaller.
He's small. He's small. Short.
Okay,
he's short for sure. Small stature.
Cowboy hat. It's black, right? Black cowboy
hat. I don't remember it that well, but I just remember him hitting on me, and I was like.
And then what did he offer you? Remember?
To stay in the mountains with him.
and then he also invited someone else.
Who did he?
He invited your boyfriend at the time too. Wasn't he? That's what got me. He was like, "Oh, please."
Oh, because I was like, "I have a boyfriend." And he's like, "Oh, you can
come too."
He can come too. Yeah. Like, this is. Yeah, sir. Do you want the shoes or not?
So he was looking for shoes.
Yeah, I was like, because he was just in the store, so I was just helping him, I think, and he's just like.
Did you recognize him, or did he tell you that he was a pro?
I think he told me. He told me
because
I was like, oh, like what do you do? Like I think I was making small talk. Like, oh, what do you? I don't know how it got to that, but he's like, oh, I play poker. Like
Did you say pro poker or
he
just
didn't say
poker?
I don't remember the details of the conversation, but I do remember him just being like, just trying to be cool and everything. And I was like, not feeling it.
He was like, yes, come over so we could do a threesome. Yes, bring your boyfriend too.
I was like,
bring your boyfriend to the cabin.
No, we're good, sir. Just buy the shoes or not. That's fine.
It's just all so funny because his unique look.
Oh yeah,
he's got this Asian cowboy thing going. Yes, on.
Yes.
The shades, like you probably will never see his eyes.
No,
even if you were at his cabin, let's say you did go.
Let's say I did go to the cabin,
and
not, but yes,
it would be nighttime, and he would be in the corner
wearing sunglasses
and his cowboy hat. He'll cross his legs over on his armchair, and he'll just like, yeah, have a good time. Do whatever you guys want to do.
I like he's an Asian guy, but he clearly has an accent.
Yeah.
A southern accent. Yeah, I can't believe you remember that. Even I'm like, that's something I don't want to remember.
I was remembering that because I don't know. We've had some like instances with perverts.
Yeah, it's weird.
Well, we're girls. Of course you're going to get perverts. Like
Mm-hmm.
men and their testosterone, they can't help themselves and
Yes.
stuff. So I was thinking about that one. That came into mind. And then I was like, remember I got that phone call? I was like in middle school and I got a phone call and the phone went beep, 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 beep. And I picked up. I'm like, hello? Because, you just, like, back then you actually did pick up the phone.
Yes.
You're like, hello? Every time it just rang, you don't, like, you don't just not pick it up. You always pick it up.
Yeah.
So I picked it up and I was like, hi, we're doing a survey for Cosmopolitan. Would you like to participate? And I was like, ooh, Cosmopolitan is so, like, cool. Because it was, like, more edgy because I always had, like, sex talk.
Yeah.
And, like, for middle school, that's, like, big, So,
Yes.
So you're like, I'm not old enough. They're like, it's okay. It's just a quick survey. Don't worry. And it was like a dude on the phone. And he was like, okay, first question. It was like normal. It was like, of all these brands, which one would you most likely use? And like named it. I'm like, okay, I recognize like one brand because at this time we weren't wearing that much makeup.
Yeah.
Second one, yeah. And the second one was like, all right. So second question is, and this is a dude, okay? And he was like, if you were a fly on the wall and you saw a couple in their bed and they were having sex, what position would they be doing? And at this time, I'm just like, you're a kid.
You're in middle school.
You're in middle school and you're just like, I just told this man that I would answer this survey, but he's asking me about sex. Well, it makes sense because it's Cosmopolitan.
He's a really good story. Yeah.
Fucking pervert. What kind of pervert is this? Like, calls houses randomly and asks these questions.
A very smart pervert.
Smart, sneaky pervert. So I'm just like, what position would this couple do? And you're the fly on the wall, so you're watching. And I'm like, doggy style? Because doggy style is the only thing I think I learned it from you too.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know any position. I'm like, doggy style. And then he kept on asking another question and another question. And I was just like, you know what? I was like, I don't think I'm old enough for this. I'm gonna hang up.
Yeah, you hang up.
He was like, no, don't hang up. He was like, don't
please.
hang up. Yeah, he's like, no, we were doing great. Pervert, probably stroking himself.
Exactly.
Now that I'm thinking about
Totally.
What a fucking pervert. Predators on the phone.
Aww.
Isn't it funny? There's always going to be trolls. Do you think there's ever going to be a day when there's no trolls?
Oh no, this is part of human existence, is having trolls.
Do you think it was funny in the movie Soul? Mm-hmm. Like the lost souls, they're like, make trade. Make trade.
Wait, make trade?
Yeah, he didn't. They.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like
he's working in the.
Okay,
stocks.
so yeah, the lost souls, like they feel like they would go into a negative mindset, like you're not good enough.
They're like disconnected from life.
Yeah, disconnect, and then you turn into like a weird, odd, like dark shadow body shape. Like they only have maybe like glowing red eyes, and they'll say like they'll fumble around. They're like, make trade.
Well, because that particular guy was working in stocks.
But I thought they all say that.
No, just that one guy. Because he was like, he works in stocks. He's a broker. So he's like, make trade. That's all he's living for.
Yeah, okay,
that's what they're trying to get at. All he lives for is
sense.
So he's like, make trade. Like that's. Liz. They're all like that. No, just the one dude. But that's why for her, she was like, I'm so useless. Okay. I'm gonna fail at everything. Like she had different negative mantra. But this guy was like, make trade. Just the one guy. No spoiler, really. It's not a spoiler. It's just a one dude. It's just
but you guys should definitely watch that.
It's a good movie. Yeah,
it's a good one. You can watch it with your kids, or you could just watch it even for us.
It's not even like my sister was saying because I watched it with her. She's like, it doesn't even feel like kids movie anymore. Like, it feels like more like adult. Like it's made for adults. Like just to
crazy
understand.
Thing is when I meet like kids now, they're different. They're not like for me. I feel like I felt like I was a little bit more like
Aloof,
when I was at their
yeah.
age, and now they're just like they have information.
They have cell phones and stuff like that.
Yeah, and they've been looking at it since they were like 3.
Yeah, you're right.
So they're a little different, and they need like more substance.
You're right.
You can't just be like party trails and have like weird, anime. They have to have like depth.
Yeah, I think. Do you think as each generation of humans evolve, like our intellect is also evolving as well, like a higher some people say higher vibration or a higher like consciousness. There's this hunger for something, like you said, have more depth than just like la la la, like now we're just like, they're really smart. The kids are really smart and they're technologically like savvy and everything. And
don't you think we're a better version of our parents? Like, I'm not saying they're any worse, but like I'm saying, as kids, they want us to be better than them. Yeah. And I feel like we're not perfect, but I do feel like.
But the way we problem solve and the way we troubleshoot, it's to us, it's so second nature. It's like, oh, like because my parents are like, oh, what up? My mom would be like, what do I do with my phone?
Yeah, they're just stuck.
My technology, I'm like. It's just like as simple as like turning this on or whatever, going to the general setting and turning this off. Or whatever.
Just fidgeting.
But they don't have no idea where to begin, where to start. And you're right in a sense that we troubleshoot differently than them. We just know how to. We're just so used to that technology. Yeah. And think about growing up in that technological age. More than we have, these younger generations, they're even more technologically savvy and everything. So.
Yeah, like sometimes
when we get older, we're gonna be like, ugh.
Yeah. Well, hopefully, I like to think that I'll have time to keep up with.
I want to. Yeah,
I want to.
I don't want to be.
I don't want to be like that.
I'm not gonna learn anymore.
Yeah.
No, I want to.
I feel like you and me, like, and including Joseph too, like we'll be like old and still like in it.
Yes.
Like we'll still keep up with the times and stuff. Like
I'd like to. Yeah.
That's how you can, because we wouldn't like know how to keep it as a balance. We won't get deep into it, but we know that it's a tool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Exactly. It's always, no matter what age you're at, you can always learn something, and I think always learning something is what helps you grow. Even if you're at 70 years old, you can still grow. You can.
Do you think you're gonna be still? Because I still would like to be actively working when I'm like 70, 80. Not like having to work because I need to survive, but just because I want to. I want to create. Do you think you would?
Yeah, I think so. I still do like love to be creating things, doing things,
or looking over certain things.
Yeah,
like overseeing it a little bit and just letting everyone else. Handle everything. Yeah, I'd love to do that.
Yeah, I can totally see you do that.
And I can totally see you doing that too. So we ended on a good note, right?
Yes. We were just like wholesome, and then it got a little dark, and then now we're back to just love life and just live it to its fullest.
Depth.
That's
the word for the whole.
Enjoy the
podcast.
Journey, man.
Yeah, enjoy the journey. Yeah, enjoy it, and we would like to wish all you guys a very prosperous and happy New Year!
2021, come on!
Yeah,
we have so much hope in you.
2021. It's the year of the boar.
Is it?
I think it's supposed to. I'm not saying. I'm just relaying the information. I think it's supposed to be a good year. Okay, for everyone. Okay.
Good year.
The year was 2020 is the year of the rat. So the rat, naturally, no one really likes the rat. The rat has a lot of good, attributes. But I think ram or the boar, I don't something like that. But that's your forecast.
All right. Well, you guys, have a safe New Year's Eve, and thanks so much for tuning in and listening. Please, as always, shoot us any questions or any concerns or any comments you have at our email at mooncakespodcast@gmail.com. Follow us and subscribe to our podcast on Spotify. You can find Mooncakes Podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts.
Yeah.
And follow us on Instagram, mooncakes.podcast. And again, everything that we've mentioned in this episode, we'll definitely put in the description and things like that. yeah, anything that we've mentioned that we think would be
The book.
The book, Unquiet Mind.
Yeah.
And yeah, so thanks again for tuning in, and we'll meet you guys back in a week.
See you later on the other side.
Bye.